Have you ever been pushed to your absolute breaking point, where no amount of money, intelligence, or hard work could save you from disaster? We are constantly told by modern society that when things get impossibly difficult, we just need to hustle harder and fight back with everything we have. But the greatest, undefeated warriors in ancient history did the exact opposite. When they faced absolute annihilation, they didn't fight harder. They stopped fighting completely. A lot of people miss this, but the ultimate secret to surviving the darkest moments of your life isn't about how much control you have. It is entirely about how quickly you can let that control go. Today, we explore the deeply misunderstood concept of Sharanagati, or absolute surrender. In today's competitive world, the word surrender is treated like an insult. We think it means giving up and letting the world crush us. But in the epic history of the Mahabharata, surrender is never portrayed as a weakness. In my opinion, it is documented as the highest, most advanced psychological and spiritual state a human being can achieve. It is the ultimate letting go of the toxic ego that blocks divine intervention. The ego constantly lies to you. It tells you that you are the sole creator of your destiny, that you must figure every problem out yourself. But when a massive crisis hits that is bigger than your intellect, that ego shatters, leaving you paralyzed. Sharanagati is the exact scientific process of transferring that crushing weight off your human shoulders and placing it directly at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. To truly understand how this psychological shift works in practice, we must look at one of the most agonizing moments in the Mahabharata, the disrobing of Queen Draupadi. When she was violently dragged into the Kuru court by Dushasana, surrounded by the most powerful kings on earth, she initially did what any strong human would do. She fought back. She used her massive intellect to argue the legality of her situation, questioning the dharma of the silent elders. When logic failed her, she looked desperately at her 5 mighty husbands, expecting their physical strength to save her. But they sat with their heads bowed, bound by rigid laws. Finally, as Dushasana began to pull her sari, she used her own physical strength, gripping the fabric tightly to protect her dignity. But human strength always has a limit. She was physically overpowered. It was only in that absolute final second, when her intellect, her powerful relationships, and her own physical body had completely failed her, that the ultimate psychological breakthrough happened. Draupadi realized the terrifying truth of the material world. Absolutely nothing here can permanently protect you. In a moment of pure Sharanagati, she let go of the fabric. She raised both her arms in the air, abandoning her ego and self-reliance, and screamed the name of Lord Krishna. She didn't ask for a specific solution. She just surrendered her entire existence to him. And the very millisecond she completely let go, divine intervention was triggered. Lord Krishna became the fabric itself. He provided an infinite stream of cloth that exhausted the demonic prince until he collapsed. The profound scriptural lesson here is undeniable. As long as Draupadi was holding onto the sari with even one hand, relying on her own fractured ego, the absolute miracle could not fully manifest. God steps in precisely when we step completely out of the way. We see this exact same spiritual science play out at the very beginning of the Kurukshetra war with the greatest archer in the world, Arjuna. When Arjuna ordered Lord Krishna to drive his chariot into the middle of the 2 massive armies, he was full of pride and ready to fight. But the exact moment he saw his beloved grandfather, gurus and cousins lined up to be slaughtered, his mind completely broke. He suffered a massive panic attack. The great Gandiva bow slipped from his sweaty hands. He spent the entire first chapter of the Bhagavad Gita using his massive intellect to construct highly logical arguments about exactly why he shouldn't fight. He tried using his limited human mind to elegantly solve a cosmic crisis. But Lord Krishna didn't argue back at first. He just sat quietly and let Arjuna completely exhaust his human intellect. It was only when Arjuna finally hit rock bottom, when his mind was paralyzed by grief, and he fully realized his own logic could not save him, that he performed pure Sharanagati. In chapter 2, verse 7, Arjuna finally breaks down and says, "My mind is completely confused about my duty, and I have lost all composure due to weakness. I am your disciple, completely surrendered to you. Please instruct me for certain what is best for me. That single moment of absolute surrender is the entire foundation of the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna did not speak the ultimate truths of the universe to a proud, arrogant warrior. He only revealed the supreme science of the soul after Arjuna completely dropped his massive ego and openly admitted he knew absolutely nothing. Arjuna had to completely empty his cup before the divine nectar of the Gita could be poured into it. By surrendering his obsessive need to completely control the outcome, Arjuna gained the supreme clarity to perform his terrifying duty without acquiring karmic sin. I will be completely honest with you here. Living with this level of absolute surrender is the hardest thing a human being can ever do. Every single day, your ego will scream at you to take control back. It will tell you to intensely worry about your bank account, to obsess over your enemies, and to drown in anxiety over your uncertain future. But when you actively practice Sharanagati, you are performing a highly advanced psychological shift. You are taking all of that dark, toxic stress and officially making it God's problem. You perform your daily duties with total dedication, but completely detach yourself from the final results. You finally understand that the supreme creator of billions of galaxies probably knows how to carefully manage your life a little bit better than you do. The very next time you find yourself aggressively backed into a corner, crushed by the overwhelming unfairness of this world, do not let your fragile ego destroy you. Stop uselessly fighting the entire universe. Raise your internal hands, drop your massive pride, and completely surrender to the supreme will. The exact moment you stop desperately trying to be the heavy anchor of your own life is the exact moment the divine ocean can finally carry you to the shore. If this deep breakdown of Sharanagati helped bring profound peace to your mind today, please hit that like button so this vital truth can reach someone else. I read every single comment, and I really want to know your personal thoughts. Have you ever experienced a moment where completely letting go actually solved a massive problem that your intense overthinking couldn't fix? Let me know your exact story down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe and turn on bell notifications. Stay faithful, stay devoted, and I will see you in the next one.